Welcome to the VitaCast, episode 46. I'm your host, Tyler Olthoff, and with me as usual is Kyle Wakeling.
Hey guys.
And what a Tuesday. So much stuff going on. Not that you care, Kyle, but Minecraft is here.
Well, I do care. I just don't care for myself.
Yeah, I guess. That makes sense. But yes, Minecraft, Senran Kagura, and another game I want, but I didn't buy, which was, I think, Nidhogg. Yeah, Nidhogg. I want that game, but man, there's just too many games, and with Freedom Wars right around the corner.
Probably on its way to your house right now.
Yeah. I was gonna laugh if it showed up today. Like, when I got home, I asked my mom if anything came in the mail, and she's like, "Oh, we didn't even check the mail." I was like, "God damn." So I walked out right when I got home and checked the mail, but it wasn't here. So I'm like, all right, that's kind of good, but I wanted it still. That way I don't just get smashed with all these games. But anyways, let's go to what we've been playing. And I mentioned it earlier, Minecraft and Senran Kagura, but Minecraft is awesome. There's a little bit of frame rate problems every once in a while, mainly when there's just a ton of stuff around, but other than that, it's running pretty damn good. But I'm sure they'll release some updates down the line that should smooth some stuff out, hopefully. But yeah, I'm loving it. I played a little bit of Senran Kagura, only about maybe 30 minutes of it, but oh my god, I want to play more of it. But it's this whole problem with Minecraft, Freedom Wars coming up, and other games that I really want to play, so I'm hoping I don't leave it behind too much like I did with Conception 2, because I need to play more of that as well, and Kyle knows the problem. There's too many games. Not enough time.
Way too many games, though.
What else did I play? Killzone Mercenary, because we did the lounge play, Hot Shots Golf, and what else? Well, I can't check my Vita because it's doing the recording, but there's something. What about you, Kyle?
Well, of course we did the lounge play, so we did Killzone Mercenary and Hot Shots Golf, which, who won this time, Tyler? Yeah. Who won? What?
I don't recall. I think people should watch the video.
Back on top, baby.
People should watch the video and find out for themselves.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious who won now, Tyler.
Yeah, but you never know. Maybe you're just making it sound like you're a badass when you're not.
Everybody knows I'm a badass, Tyler. They've been listening to the podcast.
Debatable.
So yeah, Hot Shots Golf and Killzone Mercenary. And of course Sword Art Online, which I'm trying to, right now grind a bit so I don't have such trouble with the next couple bosses, because it was starting to get a little bit hard there. Although we do have a cool tip that's in the talking points later on, which we'll get to. And of course, I've been playing Senran Kagura. I went and got the Let's Get Physical edition this morning, and yeah, I'm loving it. So, if you don't know it, it's kind of a beat 'em up game. It's styled sort of like Dynasty Warriors, except for, of course, it's got a bit more Ragnarok Odyssey, actually, dashing and attack kind of movements. And then the whole, anime boobalicious paint job that it's got over the top isn't bad either. So yeah, it's quite the hodgepodge of the best features of a whole bunch of different things, and it comes together quite well. I'm liking it so far. Although I have to admit I've only played about an hour and a half, 2 hours of it.
Yeah, I'm definitely glad that I picked up the physical version of the game, because I think I told you, I'm only getting the physical version because I don't want to be down the line like, damn it, I want this game, and then I can't find a physical version. And I'm loving it. Even just a little part I played. Although I was at work today, and it was lunchtime, and my friend and I were going to play Minecraft, but he's like, I'm going to go get some lunch first. And then I was like, I'll play a little bit of Senran. I just looked at the bubble, saw the boobs, and was like, this is not work appropriate. And then went right back to Minecraft.
That was like when I went to pick up my coffee today. I just went to, there's a local place called Microplay, and I went over there, thinking, hey, maybe they might have it. And I go in and the guy's like, yeah, what do you want? And I'm like, yeah, Senran Kagura. And this dude, like, down the thing or whatever, who's standing at the counter goes, hey, isn't that boob game? And then the guy at the counter's like, yeah, we have one, blah, blah, blah. So I paid for it. And I go to leave, and he's like, do you want a bag? I'm like, no. And the guy's like, yeah, he's proud of it or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. Because really, like, I mean, if I have to rep the otaku in North America, then I'll do it. Because I have no shame. I mean, I won't like sit there and play it in front of a kid, but I don't care. I'd play Senran Kagura standing in line somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm 6 foot. You'd have to be pretty tall to see over my shoulder anyway.
Yeah, I don't have the height advantage going for me. I'm pretty short. I'm 5'7", so.
Yeah, you're fucked.
And plus, at my work, I sit down in a office chair, so during lunch or whatever, so people could just literally walk up behind me and be like, well, you're fired.
Bring a towel to work and just put it over your head. Go from India, like a towel over your head. They're like, "What are you doing?" It's like not safe for work, bro.
As long as I have headphones on because they hear girls make noises.
Or you can just mute it. I mean,
but
you don't necessarily have to hear it. Well, yeah.
Come on, gotta have those sound effects. Anyways, enough about Senran Kagura.
Never enough about Senran Kagura.
There's plenty to see.
Senran Kagura, Tyler.
Well, I guess before we jump into the other stuff, a little more about Senran Kagura. The art book's actually pretty cool. I'm looking at it right now, and yeah, I'll be right back. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually pretty cool. They have like drawings of the girls, and then they have like strategies on how to use each girl effectively in battle. So it's definitely, if you find a girl that you really like, you can get like the lowdown on exactly how to use her effectively. So it's pretty cool. But I think that's like all they have. I'm flipping through it right now, and it just looks like it has every single girl and then her play style. So except for there we go. Towards the end of the book, they have like weapon drawings, which is pretty cool. Anyways, I'm getting distracted. But yeah, let's move on. So let's head on to what we've reviewed for this week. What did we review, Kyle?
All right, so 3 reviews went up this week. Crimson Land was reviewed by Baz. He gave it a 3.1 out of 5, saying, Crimson Land is a fun top-down shooter and is a great experience on the PS Vita. There's a lot happening on the small screen, and the short campaign levels are perfect for playing on a handheld. The survival mode is a lot of fun, and the reason to keep coming back. So, looks like that one's pretty good, and maybe you want to read his review if you're interested, just because it's not on that great side, and you never know if it might, persuade you.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Don't Starve, which was reviewed by James. He gave it a 4.9 out of 5, which is high praise, and says, Don't Starve Giant Edition is the perfect way to play Don't Starve. It works beautifully on the Vita, aside from some slow loading, and complements both short and marathon sessions wherever I may be. It's safe to say that Don't Starve Giant Edition may never leave my Vita memory card. So, that sounds like somebody's liking some Don't Starve.
That's another game that I need to play more of. That's just sitting there. That's sadly going to get ignored for quite a while.
I know, our backlogs, man. I'm actually hoping for a little bit of a breather sometime.
Yeah.
I don't want the games to go away completely, but, a little trickle for, 4 weeks around Christmas would be nice, so I don't have a million games come the new year.
Yeah. And the next one you're about to read is another game that I need to play more of.
And this is one I actually need to buy. And this is One Piece Unlimited World Red, which was reviewed by Paul, and he gave it a 3.5 out of 5, saying, the best summary I can give to One Piece Unlimited World Red is that you don't have to be a fan of One Piece to enjoy it. Sure, it helps, but I found it fun regardless. So, sounds like if you're looking for a good adventure game, that might be one you want to check out. And, of course, reviews on the site.
Awesome. Yeah, like I was saying, I need to play more of it, and it's pretty deep. It's actually a lot deeper than I was expecting, and I jumped into it not knowing anything about the anime. It actually made me watch the anime a little bit to see what it's all about, and I enjoyed it, but I haven't really watched much more of, like, I think the first and a little bit of the second season. But yeah.
Yeah, somebody named Tyler needs to catch up on his anime because he's way behind and I can't talk with him about the good ones.
You know how frustrating it is? Just all these things I need to do, Kyle. There's just all these games, all these animes. There's just so much going on.
So if something, just kind of happened to, like, fall on your foot at work, like, maybe how many days would you get off?
Ooh. Well, I have steel-toed boots on, so...
Something big would have to...
Well, I don't want to lose my
as a
toes.
truck.
I don't know. It'd be dangerous.
We'll have to come up with a scheme, Tyler. Something.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Need a couple days at home to catch up on these games and some anime.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's find out about some of the games that we can spend money on and increase our backlog even more. So Paul, maybe me, maybe the girl that we never know who that was, and maybe little Billy will let us know what we can get our hands on. So take it away, whoever it is, with those new releases.
Thanks, Tyler. Wait, how the hell did it get back to me? Anyway, this week in North America, we've got a couple of releases. First of all, we've got Best of Board Games, which is free, although the content actually seems to be added as DLC, and it's quite pricey, so you might want to watch out for that. We've got looks like a triple pack here called the Luxury Fun Triple Scoop. It's Velocity Ultra, Surge Deluxe, and Coconut Dodge Revitalized. We've got finally the release of Minecraft, so if you're into that whole scene, you're going to want to get that. We've got Nidhogg releasing in North America, and we've got Senran Kagura Shinobi Versus releasing in North America, and I thoroughly recommend it. Also, we've got a Minecraft trial. If you don't know if you want the full version, or you want to see how it runs, or you haven't played Minecraft, might be something you want to look into. Something else that isn't quite games, but is games, sort of indirectly, is the PlayStation Now beta app, which has now been released on the store, and you can grab that and join the PlayStation Now beta, which is still beta. It's not finalized yet, so things may change, but you can, jump in on that, rent some games, see how it is, if that's your thing. As for Europe, what Europe gets this week is they get Minecraft PlayStation Vita Edition and Senran Kagura Shinobi Versus. Other than games, though, they did get one cool thing, and that's the new themes. They get Tearaway theme and Uncharted Golden Abyss theme for free added to their store, as well as the Four Seasons theme, which was added last week to the North American store, has now made it to their store. So that's the releases, and well, there's some good sales as well, so you might want to check out the posts on the site. But that's it for releases. Back to you, Tyler.
All right, thank you, random person, for those new releases. So yeah, obviously we talked a little bit about them at the beginning of the show. Minecraft, Nidhogg, and Senran Kagura all came out, and I think it's not on here, but wow, what is it?
Best of Board Games.
Yes, that's the one. Best of Board Games.
I'm not really sure what the hell that entails, though, as if you look at the DLC in the store post release, it looks like you have to buy the games separately, and they're like $10 each or some shit.
Wait, what?
Yeah, if you look in the store post for this week, I wrote it up. I can't remember exactly what it says. One sec.
Great podcasting.
I know, right? But anyway, here we go. I found it here. So it says free. So, like, for the game part, I guess. But, when you go down to the DLC releases, it says Best of Board Games, and it says Chess, $9.99 cross-buy, Mahjong, $9.99 cross-buy, and Solitaire, $9.99 cross-buy. So apparently you have to buy the games to go in the Best of Board Games collection. It doesn't give you any games. Or if it does, it doesn't, I don't know, give you those games. So, I don't know what that's
weird.
Yeah.
That sounds a little too pricey.
Yeah, it does.
$9.99
for Solitaire is ridiculous. I'd probably pay $10 for Chess if it was like a good version of Chess, but I probably wouldn't pay $10 for Mahjong or Solitaire.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get Solitaire on your phone for free,
Exactly. And,
Right.
like, I mean, I have Kills and Mercenary on my Vita. Who the fuck is going to stop and play Solitaire?
Yeah, that's a little ridiculous. They should rethink that price.
I think so, too.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, those are your new releases. You should let us know what you guys are getting, because there's a few good games in here. I mean, Minecraft, Nidhogg, and Senran Kagura all seem like top-notch games, and yeah, lots of money to be spent this week. All right, well, let's head on to the news for this week. Should get through it pretty quick. First up, Sony prepares to close the doors on the Japanese version of Toro's Friend Network this coming March, and we've got the details on how it's going down. With the recent announcement of a worldwide shutdown of PS3's PlayStation Home app this March, it seems like Sony is cleaning house on some of its lesser used and run their course services. The newest of these services to reach the proverbial chopping block is the Japanese version of Toro's Friend Network. At PlayStation Vita's launch title in Japan, this December, the sale of currency for the title will be suspended in the region, though there will be a last promotion to let users grab the last items before the doors shut. Then this coming March 31st, the social networking app will close its doors for good in the land of the rising sun. While no note of the Western version's coming to an end has been made, if the way of the PlayStation Home closure announcement went down is any indication, then it won't be far behind. Japan came out with it first, but they had the same final closure date in the end. Next up, we get a much more specific release date for the long-anticipated release of The Wolf Among Us on PlayStation Vita. Yes, because I want that game. About a month ago, we first brought you news of the November release for the title. However, our savior Laura Percuso from Telltale Games has recently taken to the PlayStation blog to narrow that down even further to Tuesday the 4th. Both the US, North America, and EU blogs are listing a date of November 4th for the retail and digital release. However, as we know how things tend to work in Europe, that probably means they'll be getting it on the 5th, which is Wednesday, when the store usually updates. Next up, Donation Games has confirmed via Twitter that their much-anticipated sequel, Hotline Miami 2, Wrong Number, can be expected late 2014 to early 2015 due to some final tweaks and polish. The official Hotline Miami Twitter also followed that up by saying, "Your patience is appreciated and we will ultimately be rewarded with everything you hoped for and nothing like what you expected." The title was previously slated for a long past Q3 2014 release and is going to come packing with more characters, weapons, and a sweet-ass level editor when it hits hopefully soon. Can't wait for that one as well.
Yeah, there's some good games there, Tyler. Alright, moving on. Koei Tecmo has released new DLC packs for Toukiden Kiwami, also known as Toukiden Extreme in Japan. The DLC for the game will be free to Japanese gamers for a limited time, and includes special missions that must be completed under special conditions, hunting missions, new armor, and new weapons, a sword, a glove, and a gun. We can almost be certain that as soon as Toukiden Kiwami releases in Europe and North America, we will see these DLC packs released here also, so be sure to keep an eye out for any news regarding that. Koei Tecmo are back again. Koei Tecmo Europe has taken to the Twitterverse to reveal that the Western release of Atelier Aisha Plus. So here's the tweet in full from Koei Tecmo Europe at Koei Tecmo Europe. Quote, "We confirm Atelier Aisha Plus is coming to PS Vita with dual audio January 2015 on PS Store. Hashtag Atelier Games, hashtag KT Family. Dual audio, you say? If you're a purist like me, you'll opt for the original Japanese, but I know there's also those who prefer English, so it's good to have the choice." A second tweet sent moments later confirms a North American release as well, with at Lee Chowlan 26 saying, "Thank you, coming to America too, I hope," and Koei Tecmo Europe replying both EU and US, hashtag Atelier Games, hashtag KT Family. The first in the Dusk series of Atelier games and the fourth Atelier game to be released on Vita, Atelier Aisha Plus, The Alchemist of Dusk, is heading our way digitally this January. And we have Beyond Human, a 2D action platformer inspired by games such as Metroid, Mega Man, and Devil May Cry, has launched on Kickstarter with an aim to release on the PlayStation Vita. Beyond Human is set in a post-apocalyptic world following an alien invasion. Playing as Adam, who has woken up from a coma and has amnesia, you set off to find out what happened and learn who you are. The team behind the game, who are very fond of anime, have said that, quote, "We will have over-the-top, badass, action-packed sequences to tell the story or reveal a new boss," end quote. Beyond Human plays in a Metroidvania style with 20-plus mini-boss battles and 8 epic boss battles. The two creators of the game aim to raise £20,000 in total ahead of the game's July 2016 release. Pledging $10 will see you get the game early and at a discounted price. Once these early bird copies are gone, you can still pledge $15, the game's regular price, or even more if you wish to receive Kickstarter exclusive weapons, skins, and more. If you're interested in that, there's a link to the Kickstarter page on the site.
Alright, next up, the PlayStation Vita has a diverse library of rhythm games, but nothing quite like Hide-Bow Tap Dance Hero. Developer Torasu is trying to make tap dancing hot again. Hide-Bow Tap Dance Hero is a rhythm game from that company and tells the story of Hide-Bow, a tap dance star from Japan. He is trying to make tap dancing hot again in a world dominated by hip-hop and breakdancing. You'll form a team with Stan, Ari, and a tap dancing robot called Damarobo. Yeah. It's your goal to teach them your moves and beat the rival tap dancing team. Hide-Bow Tap Dance Hero uses the touchscreen just like other rhythm games, but instead of hitting notes, you have to hit so-called shoe notes. Darasu tried to give the game a unique tap dance feel by letting you hit the heels and toes of the shoe notes. Hide-Bow Tap Dance Hero is out now for PlayStation Vita in Japan. This title won't be localized, so importing is the way to go to fulfill your tap dancing needs.
Oh, which Tyler must do. He's addicted.
I am addicted. Next up. A couple of weeks ago, we first brought news that the second major update for Freedom Wars was coming soon, and now we know when players in Japan can expect to have access to update 1.20 starting October 16th, tomorrow. This will be the update that will bring the often requested feature of player versus player battles. While this update to the game will bring along with it a number of new features, the main one that everyone is waiting for is the PvP mode, which will allow 8 players to square off against each other along with their accessory partners. This brings the number of characters in the battle up to 16 and should provide for some fun and chaotic multiplayer experiences, which I can't wait. There's still no word about when or if this update will hit Western markets when the game is released in just a few short weeks. As a reminder, Freedom Wars will be available in North America starting on October 28th and Europe digitally on October 29th. Europeans can then expect to have the full retail game just a few days later on October 31st. Next up, Idea Factory International has recently announced that they will bring Hyper Devotion Noir Goddess Blackheart to Europe and North America. The strategy RPG is coming over from Japan, where it's known as Cho Megami Shinko Noir Gekishin Blackheart. Nailed it! The game features Goddess Noir as lead character, is a well-known and beloved character from the Hyperdimension Neptunia series. This time the game isn't taking place in Gem Industry, but in a separate world, Gem Market. The CPUs we know from Hyperdimension Neptunia are in a heated battle against each other, and just as Noir is about to win, the CPUs are robbed from their powers. The CPUs now work together to protect Game Market and to get rid of this new unknown enemy. Hyper Devotion Noir Goddess Blackheart will see some new gameplay elements. It's a turn-based strategy RPG where you need to fight hordes of enemies using strategy and the environment to defeat enemies. Status changes during battles will affect you, and you need to make sure you can fight them. Turning into a block of tofu or get pixelated are only a few of the effects that could occur. Noir can relax and her place using the Sim Noir mode. You can customize her place by buying furniture and loads of other extras. A returning feature is the Lily rank system, bond together during fights, and this can lead to various boosts in stats and transformations. Hyper Devotion Noir Goddess Blackheart will be available early 2015 in both physical and digital form.
Alrighty. Next up, Tales of Hearts R pre-order bonuses detailed. So, players who pre-order the physical copy of Tales of Hearts R from select stores will receive 6 classic outfits to use from previous Tales of games. This promotion is for customers in North America, and the participating stores will be GameStop in the US and EB Games in Canada. Bandai Namco has stated that the retail release of the game will be exclusive to those stores only. For people who want to purchase the game digitally, the same costumes will be available in the digital limited edition version of the game that will be sold on PSN until the end of November. We previously reported on the Day 1 bonus for Europe as well, which also offers a number of extra bonuses for pre-order customers. The digital version of the game at launch will also grant you the 6 bonus costumes. Additionally, it was revealed that Tales of Hearts R will be fully compatible with the new PlayStation TV, so you can continue your Tales of Adventure on the big screen if you like. Tales of Hearts R will launch in North America on November 11th and Europe on November 14th. Check your Killzone Mercenary live screen areas, my friends, and hit that refresh button. The game has been patched to be compatible with PlayStation TV. Killzone Mercenary Update version 1.11 rolled out over the past couple days. The 17 megabyte download bringing with it PlayStation TV compatibility ahead of its launch today in North America. The official changelog is as follows. Version 1.11, the following features were added. Add support for the PlayStation TV system. Add save restart from checkpoint functionality. And stability fixes. As you can see, the update also brings with it further stability fixes and a save restart from checkpoint option for the single player portion of the game only. Gorilla Cambridge just can't stop supporting this beast of a game, and we love them every minute for it. So go grab the update now. As a bonus, if you're getting the PlayStation TV and are raring to go, you can simply log into your PlayStation Network account, do this first, and then insert your Vita memory card to play all the compatible games you have already downloaded if you're using this same account across all devices, as most do. And a little bit more news on Vita, although this one is Japan-oriented, I guess. Japan is getting a host of new Vita designs and bundles in the coming weeks. But perhaps the most unusual is the announcement of a pink and white Mercury Duo Premium Edition Vita Slim, which is being made in collaboration with the fashion magazine Sweet. This system can be bought as a standalone purchase for 18,980 yen, which is about $176 US or 109 British pounds, or as part of a bundle. As well as the Vita Slim, the bundle will include a pouch designed by popular clothing brand Mercury Duo, along with an 8GB memory card, Mercury Duo branded cleaning cloth, and a screen protector. The bundle will retail for 20,980 yen, $194 US, 121 British pounds, and both will be available from November 13th in Japan. A few weeks later, however, on the 27th of November, there will also be a release of 2 new PlayStation Vita Slim value bundles. Both these packs include an 8GB memory card, which will have pre-installed the free-to-play titles Judas Code, Chain Chronicle V, Destiny of Spirits, and No Heroes Allowed. There will also be codes for virtual items for any of the above-mentioned games, as well as Monster Hunter Frontier G, World Uniform Costume Fest, Magical Wars Zanbatsu, and Phantasy Star Nova. Once again, these bundles will come in a handy pouch, but what separates these packs is their design with either red and black or blue and black styles available. And that's not all. If after all that, you're still crying out for the original PlayStation Vita's beautiful OLED screen, then you are in luck. as Sony will also be releasing a bundle pack which includes either the 3G or Wi-Fi original PlayStation Vita, and it will retail for the exact same price as the Vita Slim value pack at 19,980 yen, 185 US dollars, 115 British pounds. So if you're interested in a new Vita or replacing a Vita you have or some colors, looks like you've got options.
Oh boy. And Kyle, you need to help me. I am looking at all this Minecraft DLC, and I've already added like 3 things to my cart. Oh man.
Do you need me to fly down there and slap you, Tyler?
Well, okay, I was looking at this pack 3, and I was like, oh shit. No. Like, I didn't even know about this. Like, they have a tearaway pack. Like, you can play as Iota or Atora.
That's pretty cool.
I was like, fuck. I mean, they look fucking stupid because they're not really, really tall. Like, it's funny looking. Hold on, I'll link you real quick so you can see it in
So
Skype.
it looks like somebody in Minecraft in like a suit you'd find at like Disney World of Atois, or like
Right.
that oversized ridiculousness.
Yeah, like someone really tall just put on an Iota costume.
Mascot.
Yeah, check that out.
Skin pack 3. Now where am I looking for?
So on the bottom where it shows screenshots, just click the arrow, and then you'll see the pack, and just click on it. It'll bring it bigger for you.
Oh man, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
They look retarded. What the hell?
Yeah, it's because they have to make him look tall, but I don't get it, because, like, you see the guy on the left, though? How they make him look like he's floating?
Yeah.
They should have just made it the other way around, where they make them look short, but they still have that technical, like, player space above them.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they should have done. But then I think people would get mad, because it's like, they're so small so they can hide easier, or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
But it kind of looks funny. It kind of looks creepy, though.
Yeah, it's funny because the creatures, like the ones in the end and the one in the middle,
Yeah.
don't look kind of weird to me. I mean, like they look
Yeah,
like
they look
pixel art versions of themselves. But then you look at Atois and
Iota.
and they look like stick people.
Yeah. But hey, at least they're fucking putting them in a game.
Yeah, I
Especially
agree.
like something like this popular.
That's cool too. And it's in a pack for $1.99. You get a 10 out of the crap. So
Yep. So I was trying to find something PlayStation related, and I was like, I love Tearaway, so this is my pack. Oh, what else am I going to buy? Anyways, good news. When Kyle's reading the rest of the news, I'll be buying more stuff, so keep that in mind. I'm screwed. Alright.
oh man.
So here's more on Freedom Wars. Oh god, Freedom Wars. Major update will include new aim assist feature as well as other gameplay improvements. A couple of days ago, so actually a few minutes ago, I brought you the details on the forthcoming Freedom Wars update, which will go live tomorrow in Japan. Update 1.20, the second major update for Freedom Wars since its release on June 26th in Japan, will bring a number of new features, with the biggest being that multiplayer PvP. We have also learned that a new aim assist feature that will make it easier to use ranged weapons will also be added to the game. This will be accompanied by the ability for players to save up to 30 different costumes and accessory settings. Oh boy, so many costumes. Speaking of costumes, Minecraft. Anyways, other gameplay and weapon improvements will also be included in the update. Although Freedom Wars is a multiplayer-focused game, the original release in Japan contained no online multiplayer features. This was most likely due to pressure on the developer to reach a deadline and subsequently running out of time to implement all gaming features. This has led to frequent DLC additions and updates to include these missing features, and with Update 1.20, gamers will now have the ability with the PvP, like I mentioned earlier. Freedom Wars is set to release on the 28th of October in North America and 29th in Europe, and the 31st physically in Europe, which I mentioned earlier. So there's all that Freedom Wars news. Next up, the tale of the unfinished swan coming to the PlayStation Vita has been a long and laborious one. Despite the mountains of evidence that it will be soon coming to the Sony's handheld, there has still been no official word concerning its release. At this past Gamescom, we were treated to the reveal that it the game would be soon coming to PlayStation 4, but as far as the Vita was concerned, silence. Now it looks like the game will be making a stealth release on the Vita next week on October 23rd, at least in Japan. The game will go on sale there for 1,296 yen, with PlayStation Plus members receiving an extra 20% off discount and bringing the price down to 1,037 yen. This sale will last until November 24th. There's still no word yet on a Western release for the game, but the SCEE website in the UK is currently listing the game as being real, so hopefully we will get some word from them in the near future. Next, after what seems like a lifetime of waiting, it appears that Duke Nukem 3D Megaton Edition is nearing release after Abstractions Games posted the following on Twitter. Arthur Scott at GSTUT1 tweeted at Abstractions Game, "So, how's Duke Nukem coming along for PSN/Vita? ? End quote. To which at Abstraction Game replied, well, it finally got a pass in Europe, waiting for a pass in the US, and then we're good to go, smiley face, end quote. With the game passing certification in Europe, surely it will be shortly passed in the US, meaning that we may see the game released in the near future. As always, keep an eye on the Vita Lounge to find out more about that release date.
Alrighty.
Back to Minecraft.
So, time to announce yet another Atelier game, as Atelier Esha and Logi Plus Alchemist of the Dusk Sky is set to hit PlayStation Vita next year in Japan. Dengeki PlayStation has revealed that the game will release in Japan on January 22nd, costing 5,800 yen for the standard edition and 8,800 yen for the limited edition. This enhanced port will include new story developments, new costumes, DLC that featured in the PS3 version, new enemies, Neo Altugo as a playable character, and other new elements. Now we wait for that localization announcement, which is sure to follow. Dengeki PlayStation Magazine again and Jamatsu have tipped us to a small trove of newly released information about Sword Art Online Lost Song. Sword Art Online Lost Song takes place in a newly released region of the virtual MMORPG Alfheim Online called Svart Alfheim. This new region is a mysterious floating continent that comes bundled with an update to the game and contains many different areas and terrains, including plains, deserts, and icebergs, among others. Each area is estimated to be about 16 square kilometers, around 6 square miles in size, and will be accessible either by foot or flight. In Lost Song, the combat is being split into land and air battles, with the latter stated to afford complete freedom of maneuverability to players. As such, these air battles feature no auto attacks and instead allow more accurate attacks to specified areas of the body, as long as you turn off lock-on targeting. As for the traditional land battles, it's implied that you may now be able to jump instead of being limited to strafe dodging to move around. Additionally, parties in the game will not now top out at 3 members, though you will still have free reign to take with you whomever you please. Seeing as how Sanan is also appearing in the game art, we're pretty sure she'll be back for the adventure, despite not being in this leg of the anime either. But the game is also said to be adding a bunch of new characters as well. Speaking of characters, Lost Song will not only be the first Sword Art Online game where you can fly, but it'll also be the first where players can choose to play as someone other than the standard editable Kirito protagonist. Sword Art Online Lost Song is due out for release next year in Japan, with no news on the localization yet. Yet.
Bring it here.
I'm fairly confident they will.
Yeah.
So, no worries, Tyler. Last up here, this is our last bit of real news. There's a small new update for Borderlands 2 in Ether, enabling support for PlayStation TV so you can enjoy some gameplay on North America's launch day, which was today. The version 1.05 update for Borderlands 2 has appeared with some pretty stealthy patch notes, as in none at all. Thankfully, someone from Iron Galaxy took to Twitter to answer a user's question and filled us in. Kevin Lung at Mountain Chicken tweeted at I to the G, which is Iron Galaxy. what was patched in the BL2 Vita update today? To which Iron Galaxy replied, enables PlayStation TV support. So if you've got Borderlands 2, open up the live screen tile and hit refresh, that circular arrow icon to check for the update, and use the golden arrow icon to download it. It's only 17 megabytes, so it will neither take a lot of time nor a lot of space. Happy gaming and enjoy your PlayStation TVs, and that's the news.
Whoop whoop. And that screenshot looks awfully familiar.
I might have stole that from somebody I know named Tyler. I don't know if you've heard of him or not. I think he writes for the Vita Lounge.
I'll take $20 off of that. I can get more packs for Minecraft. Anyways, alright. That's the news, like you said. Yay.
It is. Kind of. So, we still have one more kind of news piece, but it's kind of not a news piece, so I thought I'd separate it a bit. So, as usual, we would like to talk about the PlayStation Store top downloads for the previous month, and now we've got September. So, this is what was PlayStation Store top downloads for September 2014. Alright, so we can be proud of this. Sword Art Online Hollow Fragment has once again secured the #1 spot, holding the top of the list for September in both North America and Europe.
Oh yeah, round of applause.
That's right. The crowd goes wild. Other notable entries include Don't Starve at #2 on both lists, Murasaki Baby in the #6 spot for North America, and the #3 spot for Europe, and Danganronpa 2 at #4 in North America and #9 in Europe, as well as Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate at #5 just in North America. So, well, here's the lists. So North America's top 10 goes as follows. Sword Art Online, Hollow Fragment, Don't Starve Giant Edition, Need for Speed Most Wanted, Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair, Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate, Murasaki Baby, Terraria, Rogue Legacy, Sail Damage HD, and Mod Nation Racers Road Trip. Europe, with their expanded list of top 20, goes like this. Sword Art Online Hollow Fragment, Don't Starve Giant Edition, Murasaki Baby, Machinarium, FIFA 15 Legacy Edition, Virtue's Last Reward, World Rally Championship 4, FIA World Rally Championship, Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair, Killzone Mercenary, FIFA 14, Borderlands 2, Metal Gear Solid HD Collection, Disgaea 4 A Promise Revisited, Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation, Real Boxing, MotoGP 13, Persona 4 Golden, Dead Nation, and Terraria at #20. So it looks like some sales pushed most of those, especially the older ones, to the top, and other than that, it was mostly new games. So
not too bad.
And we got to be proud of, and we got to be proud of Sword Art Online for being
that's awesome. That's gonna really help persuade Bandai to bring even more games over, and not just another Sword Art Online game.
Yeah, we want the irregular Magic High School too. Yeah, all the games.
Which reminds me not about that, but the games you were listing off, Dead Nation. I played that on the PS4 on the weekend with my little brother, and I was just sitting there thinking, I was like, this game is so much fun. I cannot wait for Helldivers to make it to the Vita. So I haven't really been following too much about that game, but I've heard that it was supposed to come out soon, but there's like no word about it. So I'm hoping we hear something soon about it, because I was having a lot of fun playing with that game with my little brother. So yeah, just a random thought. Also, I remembered I forgot I played WRC4 and Sword Art Online and Borderlands 2. Just a few games.
Tyler played everything. You might as well list the games you didn't play this week.
It would probably be a shorter list. Alright. Well, let's head on to the rest of the talking points.
Alright, so as usual, we move into announced and released games we're looking forward to from the week. So, what looks good, Tyler?
Well, I can't say Minecraft anymore. So, the usual suspects other than Minecraft. Freedom Wars, looking forward to that. Tales of Hearts R, that bonus pre-order stuff, even though I don't really know anything about the Tales series, just getting some DLC, even though it's just costumes. I'm excited for. I played that game at PAX, and I loved it, so when that game hits North America, I'll be all over it. What else? Sword Art Online Lost Song, even though it's really far away. I'm glad we're hearing more about it. The Wolf Among Us. I've played episode 1 on PS3, but when they announced that it's coming to Vita, I stopped instantly. Because I'm like, yep, that's where I'm going to play it. So I'm looking forward to being able to finish that story. What else? Hotline Miami 2. It's disappointing that they delayed it, but for good reason. I mean, they need to fix some stuff, and I want a good game, so take the time. Make a great game. What about you, Kyle?
Pretty much the same as you. Other than getting Senran Kagura this week, looks like The Wolf Among Us, Hotline Miami 2, Freedom Wars, Tales of Hearts R, Sword Art Online, yeah. Pretty much the same.
Nice. Our tastes, other than
other than anything that has to do with ridiculous little building things.
Okay, I got a question for you.
Because Terraria is a no too.
You should check out Nom Nom Galaxy. I'm curious what your thoughts are on that game.
Nom Nom Galaxy.
Yes.
Sounds familiar, but I can't pull the idea to my head right away. So yes, I will have to check it out. And yeah, it
has a similar feel of Terraria, but not at the same look. It's really fucking weird, but I'm really interested in it. But that's because I really like building stuff, and it is a building type game. But it's not. It doesn't. To me, it doesn't look as in depth as Terraria, but it still looks fun. So
I don't know. I'll check it out. Maybe we can find something like that we can play that I won't fall asleep during.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I think that's all for that one. What else we got?
All right. So we've got some other talking points here, and they're kind of doozies. So hold on to your socks there, Tyler.
I'm not wearing any socks.
Oh man. So Brad from the staff has provided us with 2 really good talking points here. The first one here is kind of about the podcast and the Vita. So anyway, here. This is what Brad has to say. So the podcast is a year old. When it first started, one of the biggest discussions around the Vita was about what Sony had to do to save it. Everyone said the Vita was dead, and now a year later, there are more games coming to it every week. What do you think the situation will be for the Vita 1 year from now, and has the situation improved any in the last year, and what does that mean for its future?
You know, it's a disappointing kind of truth, but I think it's going to be kind of how it is now. There's not going to be a ton of big releases. We're still going to see a lot of Japanese games coming over here, I believe, like what we're getting with Senran Kagura, Sword Art Online, stuff like that, which I'm totally fine with. I love those types of games, but unfortunately not everyone does, so I see the Vita finding a nice little comfy pillow to lay on of all these Japanese games coming over here, and maybe not so much with the Western stuff hitting. What else was that question? I think I've answered it pretty well, unless I'm missing something, Kyle. Unless you want us to take over.
Alrighty. So for me, as for what do I think the situation will be for the Vita a year from now, like Tyler said, if it keeps going the way it's going, I mean, we're going to be kind of a localization niche. So it's going to be where, they keep bringing these really popular Japanese games over, not all of them, but the more popular ones and the ones where they don't have licensing issues, and kind of feeding us those, and all the other little stuff that comes with that as well, and all the other localizations and stuff that come with that. But that's kind of worst case scenario, but it's not such a bad case because, like you said, I'd be kind of fine with that. Like, I mean, you're missing out on some of the showpieces, but you're getting a lot of really good games that really you wouldn't necessarily get because they don't come to PS3 or they just weren't, that market there to even, follow as a niche kind of over here. But the Vita has kind of become, it's kind of like, well, it's a niche system, but it's niche in a way that isn't niche. It's like, hey, if you want really cool games that you can't get here, then, buy a Vita. So,
right.
I don't know, it's kind of weird, but, again, with the whole, has the situation improved in the last year, and what does that mean for the future? Well, the situation has improved and it hasn't. I mean, Sony's become more clear about what they view the Vita as. However, they haven't really done anything to change the view on it. Like, I mean, the issue at hand is that nobody really knows what a Vita is or what a Vita can do. So I still think and firmly believe that if they came out with commercials, advertising, something mainstream that got to everybody, they could sell a lot more Vitas, and this wouldn't be the situation we're having now, and we could turn it around. Because, I mean, you've got a great product, you've got a great set of games already there. Like, I mean, if you're coming into the Vita fresh, there's a shitload of games that are, like, friggin' awesome that, like, I mean, I could list off 50 games that people should play easy without, consulting any list or anything, right? So, I mean, if you're coming into it, then it's like a treasure trove. It's like, discovering the PlayStation 2 now and having missed it like before. I mean, it's really a crazy system, but we don't have those big titles, I guess, because of the fact that we don't have the install base of the advertising. So, I mean, we've kind of moved sideways into a different kind of area, and it's still doing as well, and it's not, slowing down or speeding up really too much, but it's not getting any better or any worse either. So that's not necessarily a good thing. I don't know. It's what it is. I mean, until somebody starts, other than us, starts, trying to get the word out there to the mainstream, I don't think the situation is going to change much. I think the people that are there who have a Vita and who plan to get a Vita, know what to expect, and the people who don't plan to get a Vita don't know about a Vita. So, I mean, you can't really change that. So, yeah. I don't know. That's kind of the situation we're in. So, somebody do something other than us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything to add to that, Tyler?
I think we've got that pretty down.
All right. So, moving on to this other one here, which has to do with releases, which we kind of covered, but kind of goes a little more in depth. So, Brad says, possibly the two biggest releases for the Vita are coming this October, so this month. Freedom Wars and the release today and releasing tomorrow in Europe, Minecraft. Freedom Wars is potentially the last AAA exclusive we will see for the console, while Minecraft is one of the biggest games of all time. Now, which one is a bigger story or a bigger deal, and will it help to sell more Vitas?
Well, I disagree with one thing. I don't think Freedom Wars is the last AAA exclusive we'll see. It's just maybe the last, or the one we know about right now. I think there's stuff coming that we just don't know yet. But anyways, back to the main question. Which one is bigger of a story? I think it's clearly Minecraft, because it's much widely, known around the world, whereas Freedom Wars is just for the Vita. And people that have a Vita know about Freedom Wars. People that don't have a Vita might have heard about it, but are like, well, I don't really care to know more about it because it's not for the system I own. So yeah, I think Minecraft is going to definitely help with people that are obsessed with Minecraft, and if they own a PS3 or a PS4, and they're like, other than, well, you can't transfer your worlds from PS4 to Vita, but if you have a PS3 and you're like, I am obsessed with Minecraft, if I buy the Vita, I can take my worlds anywhere. Yes, sold. And Yeah, I could see that selling a ton of Vitas. I'm sure Freedom Wars will push a few units, but I don't think it'll be anywhere near what Minecraft can do. I just wish Sony was smarter and made a bundle before Microsoft got that deal settled. Because if they had a bundle of Minecraft and the Vita, whew, that would have been crazy.
So many missed bundle opportunities, Tyler.
Yeah, even with the Freedom Wars bundle. I mean, like, make a special edition Freedom Wars bundle, that would sell units.
There are so many games that you could bundle and it would sell. Like,
make
really.
a Sunran Kagura, 2 boobs on the back? Yeah, I'm touching boobs all day.
It would.
I'm so smart, Kyle. Why don't I work for Sony?
Why don't we work for Sony, Tyler?
I don't know.
They haven't called us yet. That's probably the issue.
Oh, wait, just one of them will listen to this and they'll be like, oh my god.
These guys
Call
are
those
crazy.
guys up.
These guys are crazy. We gotta get them on. No. Alright, so my thoughts, I guess. Which one is a bigger story and a bigger deal and will help sell more Vitas? I have to agree with you, Tyler. It's Minecraft. And it's Minecraft for 2 big reasons. One, like you said, the idea of taking your console worlds on the go. So people who've had, the PlayStation 3 version of Minecraft or bought the PlayStation 3 version of Minecraft recently and, want to continue their stuff elsewhere, maybe necessarily don't have the time to play at home. This is the perfect option. As well as, I think this could actually steal away some of the flair around the portable version of Minecraft. So if you look at portable Minecraft versus Vita Minecraft is the console version. Pretty much everything's there. It doesn't run 100% perfect. There's a little bit of frame rate issues, but it's not ridiculous or anything like that. And it's Minecraft, so it's not like you need some ridiculous 60 frames per second glory on Minecraft anyway.
Speaking of which, my friend actually did creative mode, and he stacked a whole bunch of TNT on top of each other, and he blew it up. And I was like, "Well, did it freak out?" And he's like, "It did it perfectly." He's like, and then I did something else with more TNT, and it had a tiny bit of chug. He's like, "It was actually pretty awesome." I was like, "That's pretty good to hear."
So there you go. So yeah. Just it being better than the portable version. I know the portable version has so much more in the way of limitations than the Vita version does. So just it being better and something that somebody can take with them. If you have, a young Minecraft addict, that might be something that they're looking to pick up for their birthday or Christmas or whatever. That'll definitely help.
You know how awesome it would be if they just did a 30-second trailer of this game on the Vita on TV, near the holidays? Oh my god. Every kid that sees this would be like, Mom, Dad, give me a fucking Vita right now. I need Minecraft on the go.
Yeah, it really would be a good idea. I think, especially if they did something like, the whole advertising the actual features saying, take your PlayStation 3 worlds on the go and blah, 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 and better than portable version and, said all those things. The kid would be drooling on the floor and having temper tantrums to get the parents to go get them the Vita. So
you just hear Cartman's voice, "Give me a Vita!" I can't do his voice, but damn it, man, I want a goddamn Vita. There you go. Yep. Flawless, Kyle. Maybe we should have Cartman do
flawless victory.
New releases. Wink, wink.
You never know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All right.
That's good.
Yeah, I think we're good on those talking points. So let's move on to our few listener mail that we have here. And yeah. So Flandy from NeoGAF's PlayStation Vita community asks, "Are you insane? Why are you recording a podcast at 6 a.m? So do you want to take this, Tyler? I know it's different time for you.
Flandy, it's not 6 yet. So we're not insane yet. In 2 hours, I'll be insane. Obviously you're in a different time zone because we start the podcast at 2 a.m, but that's because I work night shift. I get off work at 1:30 in the morning. I start work at 3 p.m. So technically this is me getting off work at 2 in the afternoon for regular people working the morning shift. So this is my afternoon. So to me, it's not insane. It actually works even better than what we were doing, where we'd get up early and record, because that was like, this is too early for me. I'm always dead. And now, our last, I think, 3 or 4 episodes, we've been doing this new schedule, and I am feeling great every episode. So there you go.
Alright, and as for me, why am I recording a podcast at 6 o'clock in the morning? Well, you obviously haven't heard, but I don't sleep much. So, like 2 hours a day maybe, if that, and I go multiple days, sometimes go to sleep. And that's just kind of how I run. So, that's why I'm open to recording a podcast at 6 o'clock in the morning. Plus what Tyler said, the way we used to have it, it was kind of a midday thing, and Tyler had to wake up early, and because of the fact that it being in the middle of the day, there was more chance of us not being here. So something happening to me, whereas I had to leave the house or couldn't do it, or whereas Tyler, misses his alarm or something like that. Like, I mean, he's not gonna come home from work and be like, oh, well, the alarm didn't go off, so no podcast, right?
Yeah.
So it changes things, and it kind of makes it easier for us to make sure we get the recording out on time and as usual, I guess.
Yeah, and I think it's a better time for all of us, though, too, because, like, most of the news, I would say, has died down at this time. So there's nothing that needs to be pushed out too hard, for the most part, at this time.
Right. And so it doesn't distract from the site either. So
yeah. It's perfect.
I agree. So that's why we are recording a podcast at 6 or 3 or whatever the hell time Tyler started at. And we're not insane. We're just different.
Maybe Kyle might be a little insane.
Okay, I'm a little insane, but all the best people are. All right, moving on to the next question comment. This one is from Azai, I believe. And he says, hey guys, Azai here. Just started listening to the podcast as I recently bought a Vita and the epic Sword Art Online Hollow Fragment.
Yes. Nice choice there, sir.
Awesome. I love what I'm hearing and wanted to say keep up the good work and offer a helpful tip for boss fights. A few weeks ago, you noted that use the largest SP potion at the start of a boss fight. But did you know that you can stack all 3 sizes of SP potion and unleash a near constant stream of sword skills to easily defeat any floor boss? It does cost a bit of coal, but if you sell any weapons you pick up and upgrade the weapons you have, it's an easily affordable strategy, as having a 10 stack of all 3 potion sizes get me through 8 or 9 floors. Azai via email.
Great tip.
Yeah, freaking awesome. I'm gonna have to try that next time I go up against a boss, which will probably be after a little more grinding. I want to get to like level 120 or something before I go. So yeah,
yeah,
awesome.
I'll definitely try that as well, because I actually just beat a boss and it took forever to beat him. I was like running out of SP, and I did the first potion or whatever, and I was just took a while. But yeah, knowing that you can stack those, that's pretty awesome. I'll definitely have to try that. So thanks for your email.
Yeah, thanks for contacting us. And I'm sure our readers who are playing the game will appreciate that as well.
So any more tips, feel free to send them to us at podcast@thevitalounge.net.
Yeah, guys, it doesn't have to be questions or comments. You can send us tips. You can send us stuff you want us to check out and talk about. You can, I don't know, whatever.
Ask us why we're insane.
Yeah, you can ask us why we're insane.
Anything.
We're open. Whatever. We're cool. We're cool with it. Okay, so this next email was actually sent the day that we did the recording with Simon from Rule 7. So I believe this person thought that they would get it in before, we recorded, but I posted the comment, send us your stuff like an hour before we recorded, and I think they were just a bit late. So they say in the first one, question for Ollie Ollie Guy, but we're going to take it anyway because we're Ollie Ollie Guys as well, even though we don't work there. So here we go. question for Ollie Ollie Guy, aka Tyler and Kyle. I really appreciated the work done by Roll 7 to give us another skater game on the go, and so do Tyler and I. But one of my favorite games from the PSP's library was Tony Hawk's Underground 2 Remix. After seeing the Vita for the first time, I thought that it'd be a great fit for a game like Skate or Tony Hawk, but neither one of those games seemed to be heading anywhere, let alone the Vita. Do you think there will ever be another extreme skateboard game from a major publisher?
Well, whether or not it would come to the Vita would be another question. I think sometime down the line we're sure to see another one. Probably when there's been a big gap. I can't think of when the last major skate game came out, but it's getting to that point where we could see something new come out. I'm trying to think of the last one was Skate 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while. Why haven't we, Kyle? What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe things just cooled off. I know personally I didn't really like Skate 3. I played the demo and I was like, eh. And then I played it at a friend's house and I was like, eh. So I didn't end up even buying it. I played Skate 1 and 2 religiously, and I still have Skate 2 disc, which I pop in my PS3 when I'm feeling kind of, I don't know, like roaming around. So that's my open world kind of roam around game.
What if they add Skate 2 to the PlayStation Now service? Will you try it? On the Vita? Or does that not interest you at all?
See, my issue with that is I'd want it, like, to use all the time, so...
Right, you want to buy it
spend
for that
ridiculous,
service.
yeah, I'd spend, like, ridiculous amount of money renting the game if I was to do that, so it wouldn't really be feasible, because that's one of those games that I just keep coming back to, like Hot Shots Golf, so... Right,
maybe one day they'd update that. Well, it's still beta, right? The PlayStation Now. I mean, they could eventually add, like, a pay model, like... just buy the game regular, but it's available via PS Now.
Yeah. I don't know. I hope they do something. I hope either that or EA's working on, a Skate 4 that kind of goes back to its roots a little bit for PlayStation 4. That would be pretty cool, but really we don't know anything at this point. But yes, I agree with you. There's going to be another extreme skateboarding game from a major publisher just because the ones that have gone out in the past that have been quality have been well received, and the skateboarding community isn't going anywhere. So there you go. His next question here is for us, of course. He says, Tetsuya Nomura stated recently in an interview with Famitsu that he will consider releasing Kingdom Hearts 3D in HD. He had also been approached by Sony to do another Kingdom Hearts for Vita, to which he stated that the Vita's quality was outstanding, but that Kingdom Hearts should go back to a main console. Thus, the HD collections weren't released on Vita. With the PlayStation TV on the horizon, and now here in North America, and the announcement of Disney Infinity 2.0 coming to the PlayStation TV, and indirectly the Vita handheld, do you think Nomura would reconsider a Kingdom Hearts title for Vita? And then he goes on to say he's been a Vita guy since day one, and it's the one thing he can't leave home without. There's always something there for everyone. He just bought his cousin a Vita, and he's working towards buying his friend one. What an awesome guy. But he's already pre-ordered the PlayStation TV without him. Cool guy, right? Yes, he sounds like a cool guy as well. So love my Vita, love this podcast. Keep doing what you're doing. Cassidy via email. So what do you think about that question, Tyler?
I don't really know. I think if the demand is there, if enough people get at them, there's a possibility. But if there's no demand and there's not really, the enough people, like I said, the demand, I don't think we will. It's a little frustrating because I think the Vita would be the perfect spot for a Kingdom Hearts game. I played a little bit of it back in the day, and I loved it. And if it was on the Vita, yes, day one. I don't know what Disney Infinity 2.0 has to do with maybe having it come to the Vita. Am I missing something?
I think they're just saying that, it's something that's kind of big coming to PlayStation TV.
Wait a minute. I think I'm having a brain fart right now. Kingdom Hearts has Disney characters in it, right?
Yes, it does.
That's maybe why he's putting the connection with those two. That's probably what it is. All right. So yeah, I think those are two completely different developers, correct?
Yeah, I believe so.
So yeah, I don't know. Having that come to the Vita would really influence Kingdom Hearts, unless maybe, like I said, people play Disney Infinity. They love what they see. They see these Disney characters, and they're like, if the Vita can handle Disney Infinity, which looks like a pretty good game and graphically impressive, then yeah, people might wonder why Kingdom Hearts is not able to run on the Vita, considering other games that we've had, like Killzone Mercenary, Borderlands 2, and others that are graphically impressive. You know, if you put the time into it, the Vita is a badass machine. So I don't really know. What about you, Kyle?
All right, so I think he's kind of not seeing the whole picture kind of here. So what I'm seeing is that the PlayStation TV isn't really the push, and Disney Infinity, like you said, isn't really the push. I think the thing would be to get a bigger install base. And I think that would really be the thing, because I think that's really what's kind of shying people away from developing and taking that chance on PlayStation, is that 10 million install base. They're not sure whether they can make a profit with that, how many people are going to buy their game, etc., etc. And with systems that have 70 million or whatever the hell the PlayStation 3 has, and however many the PlayStation 4 is at, which I'm sure it's above 10 million by now, and growing much quicker than the Vita is, it doesn't seem as welcoming to games and stuff that's bigger, I guess. So I think the biggest thing out of everything that you've mentioned that kind of goes towards maybe he would consider it is the actual release of the PlayStation TV, because even though it's not, the exact same thing as a Vita, I mean, it's Vita innards, so it's pretty much a Vita cut the screen and touch screen off, and, start using everything through controller and HDMI instead of a screen and touch screen and blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, if it supports these games, and if they're, planning to look at that as something that includes with the Vita, then I think that could be something that would expand the install base enough that it might entice people to take a chance. So I think that's really like the biggest factor, and out of all those things that you've mentioned, that could contribute to Kingdom Hearts coming to Vita, is the actual PlayStation TV release itself and how many numbers that's going to sell. So I think with the slightly better, I guess, than Vita publicity it's getting right now, it could do well if the launch is good. And so we have to kind of see what happens here in North America over the next couple of weeks, and what happens in Europe when it releases next month. But I can see if the install base kind of expands quick enough at the start, or if it keeps like a steady rate of expansion that's bumping the numbers significantly. I think we could definitely see some more stuff come our way, just because they're looking at that PlayStation Vita, PlayStation TV compatibility, and it opens up their market that much more.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go.
Bam, there's your answer. Hopefully they change their mind and realize how awesome the Vita is.
Hopefully everybody just changes their mind and realizes how awesome the Vita is, and then Sony starts telling people about it, because
there's so much things that they could do, and we've talked about it so many times. I understand it's a business, it's all about the money, but there's a couple developers out there that if they just gave the Vita a chance, it would be ridiculous how much more the Vita would sell. Like Rockstar, boom, instantly. Numbers jump. EA actually giving the Vita love, the numbers can jump. There's a few devs out there that could just really push the Vita out the door.
I think EA is a big one, and their lack of support kind of hurts, because even though I hate EA, because I really am not a fan, I think they do horrible stuff with
but they're important too.
But they are important, and not only are they important, they take care of a lot of the sports franchises and the ones that people actually play. Right. So other than 2K Sports, which does those 2K games, there's not really a whole lot of other competition that's big like that, and that encompasses so many different genres and games. So I think really if EA just took a year, and even if they released, like what they did with Madden, where it was a slightly older engine, but updated, the other stuff. Like, I mean, not a legacy edition like what they've done with FIFA, because that's ridiculous. I think somebody should be shot in the foot for that. But something where they've actually, tried to make something of it, even if they're using slightly older technology or whatever, I think would sell well. NHL, football, soccer, like a Major League Soccer game, or even, some sort of whatever. Basketball. There's just so many avenues that really haven't been properly gone after on Vita, and I think if 2K or EA stepped up and kind of even put something out that was kind of a little bit old but updated so that it has at least current statistics, I think they would sell well enough to guarantee another proper release. Like, I mean, I don't think there's any way that, even with how slightly broken Madden is, because I mean, I know you've told me it's a good game, but there's issues and blah blah blah, and we've talked about them before. I think even Madden sold quite well. So I mean, come on, that game's Madden 13. It's what, a Madden 11 engine or something like that, and it's how old, and it's selling well. Like, I mean, come on, somebody try something.
Well, the thing is though, like, they actually advertised that game. The commercials on TV, like actual TV, not posting videos on YouTube saying, hey, check this game out, it's coming to Vita. Only your subscribers are going to really check this out. Actually having something on TV, the people were playing the Vita, and I was just laughing because the commercials are actually funny. And if I didn't have a Vita and I saw that commercial, I'd be like, that makes me want to get it because I like Madden. I've liked the PSP when it was out, and I've been wanting a new handheld. This is way back before the Vita was out. But when I saw that commercial, obviously I already owned a Vita. I was like, yes, this is what the Vita needs. And then they just stopped.
Yeah, it's funny how commercials can sell you on things. Like, I mean, commercials didn't sell me on Vita because I never ever saw any commercials for Vita. But going back to PSP days, that's what sold me on a PSP. I remember right when PSPs were coming out, that Franz Ferdinand commercial where the guy's kind of walking down the street with a Vita, or with a PSP, and he's got his headphones on, and he kind of starts turning into different characters from different games or whatever as he's walking down the street. I thought that was just friggin' awesome. Like, just the way that they did it, the song, kind of everything, it just came together so well that I was like, dude, I want to have a Vita, or a PSP. I keep saying Vita. Dude, I want to have a PSP. And even when I got one, I put that commercial on my PSP because it was just so awesome. I was like, oh, this makes me want, like, all these games that the guy's showing off and blah blah blah. It was just so well done. So I think really if they went back to their roots with something like that, did a really cool, guys walking down the street, busts out his Vita, starts playing Killzone Mercenary, like one of those, really cool. Even if it's something that's not necessarily, because I mean, come on, who walks down the street actually playing a video game? But even if they just threw something together that was a hype reel, I think it would sell and get people, informed and realize enough about the Vita that it would sell well. So get somebody cool, get a cool scene that they're walking through or going through or whatever, and throw a cool song in there, and I think you have some sales. So like we've been saying, I mean, there's lots that they can do to better their situation. It's just a matter of them actually doing it.
Yeah. Well, we talked a lot about that kind of stuff in many episodes of this podcast. And many more to come.
It's a popular topic, and it can be come at from different directions, definitely. But the bottom line is that advertising and marketing would exponentially change the way the Vita is viewed.
Yeah.
That's just the bottom line.
Yeah. So I think that's all our questions that we got, right?
It is.
So thank you, Cassidy, for sending that email in to us. So yeah, let's head on to the last thing here, and this is Check This Out, which we talk about DLC games or just anything Vita related that we think you should check out. And then mine is actually a game, but it's a bundle. It is SoundShape's Ultimate Bundle, and this is a great deal. You get the game, and let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 additional sound packs, and each sound pack includes, I think, trophy sets. So if you're a trophy hunter, you've got a ton of trophies to hunt. This game costs $15.99 in this bundle, and if you have PlayStation Plus, you can get it for $12.79. But yeah, this game came out a while back. I can't remember when it came out, but a while ago. And I loved the crap out of it. I'm a musician myself, so anything related to music is a lot of fun to me, and being able to create my own worlds and have music intertwined in those worlds is very interesting. So I'm actually surprised they haven't announced a SoundShapes 2, considering how many DLC bundles they've released lately, and I think they just released a new one with this Ultimate Bundle. I can't remember what it was, though. But yeah, go get this game. It's cheap. There's a ton to play, and with this Ultimate Bundle, you're going to have a lot to play. So, yeah, and I think I platinumed it on Vita. Yes, I did platinum it. That's right. I remember. Ha. Yay. You okay, Kyle?
Yeah.
Why are you so quiet?
I don't know. Just because I haven't really played it, so I can't.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Jump in.
Well, Kyle's a jerk, so
He's not a jerk. It's in my backlog. I have it. It's there. I actually even have it downloaded and synced to my PC. I just have this problem. Well, actually, it's kind of twofold. 1, too many games. 2, not enough space for the games I have. So there you go.
Yeah, I feel your pain.
No, you don't.
No, shut up. Yes, I do. If you saw how many games I have on my Vita, not backed up onto my computer, that I still haven't touched, you'd be like, okay, well, we have a similar problem. Alright, well, let's get out of here. We've actually been recording for almost an hour and... Oh, we have been recording for an hour and 20 minutes. So, boy. A long one for you guys. So let's get out of here. As usual, you can... Actually, wait, before we get out of here. I'm sorry, one more thing. Extra Life. We are going to be playing games for 24 hours on October 25th of this month in support of Seattle Children's Hospital. Basically, we play games, have people donate to our team, and we just have fun playing some games with you guys and raising money for children that need the money. But yeah, I have a list of the games that we're playing on the Extra Life page, and that's extra-life.com. You can just search teams and go type in the Vita Lounge, and you will find the team, join the team, sign up, and be a part of it. But anyways, there's the schedule of what games we're going to be playing. So if you see a game that you really want to join in with us, just make sure you're around during that time and hop on to the party chat and just look for... I'm probably going to make the party TVL Extra Life or something like that. Click on that, join that, and have some fun playing some games with us. We're going to be dead tired towards the end of it, but it might make it really, really entertaining, especially for me, since I think I'll be around for the whole thing. I think Kyle will probably bounce out clearly when we play Minecraft.
Yeah, that'll probably be my only bounce out, but yeah, I'm definitely not playing Minecraft.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll be doing that, and it starts at 8 in the morning, I think, Pacific Standard Time, on Saturday, the 25th, and we'll stop at, I think it's 10 a.m. Sunday, because I put 2 1-hour breaks in there for us, because Kyle and I are going to need some breaks. It's a lot of gaming, and that's straight gaming. And I'm going to record every game, and we'll be posting those on the Lounge Play channel, so you can watch our craziness that ensues.
Yeah, it's going to be the ultimate lounge play.
Yes.
And since Senran Kagura released, we're including that in there.
Yes,
so,
we are.
Extra life lounge play with boobies.
Yes.
That's just the ultimate win right there.
You're hooked. And spots are limited, so if there's a game that you really want to get into, maybe just go to the forum, go to, what is it? Multiplayer. Alright, go to the forum, go to PlayStation Vita multiplayer/social, and then you will see it, like the second topic in the sticky threads, Extra Life 2014. Click on that, and maybe just type in, hey, can you put me down for blah, blah, blah at this time? And I will write it down and get a list going to see who gets what spots. That because some games obviously can't support more than 4 people, so there's a couple games that are going to be really limited with how much space we can get. So yeah, if you're able to donate any money, we don't handle any of the money, so if you think you're giving us money and then we have to send it to them, that is not the case. Extra Life deals with all that, so you just give us money and it goes straight to them. We don't touch it, and yeah, it'd be very much appreciated, and hope to see you there. But yeah, let's get out of here. As usual, you can find all the news stories that we talked about on the VitaLounge.net. We're all on Twitter. I'm at Mr. PSVita Reviews. Kyle is at Teflon Tactics. We're on Facebook. Just search the Vita Lounge. Our YouTube channel, like I talked about, Lounge Play, where we post Lounge Plays every Saturday. We record it at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4 p.m. Eastern, and 9 p.m. British summertime. Yeah. And don't forget to join the forum, like I was talking about also. Just search thevitalounge.net/forum, sign up, join the conversation, introduce yourself, talk about games. Yay! We're also on iTunes, so don't forget to subscribe to us on there. Let us know how we're doing, rate us, all that fun stuff on iTunes. And we are out. We're going to go look at some boobs on Senran Kagura.
Yeah, so later, guys.
Bye, Kagura.